why most of the wealthy people actually take out their income as dividends from their companies or invest in the stock market compared to just earning money and paying another type of taxes on that, which is the income tax. So how are the stocks taxed in Germany? How are the dividends taxed in Germany? All of that I'm going to explain to you in this video. This is the second video of the series, Personal Finance for Expats in Germany. So if you haven't checked the first video, take a look at that. It will really help you out. Now, let's take up the first part. When do you have to pay taxes on stocks at all? So let's say you have earned your income, you have paid your income taxes on that, your social contributions, whatsoever, whatever is left on your bank account, that is your net income. From that income, you are allowed to, of course, invest in anything that you want. It's really not a big problem whatsoever. Then this after tax money that you put inside stocks, there, the taxes that you have to pay is only going to be on the profits, because if they're going to tax on the after tax profit again, that would mean double taxation, which absolutely doesn't make sense. I mean, we don't know in what direction the world is heading, but at least right now, you are not taxed double on the money that you have already paid taxes on once. So the taxes that you pay is on the profit of the money that you have invested inside. Let's say you have a position of 100 euros. You have invested 100 euros inside something, and then you make a profit of 20 euros. So that means the tax that you will pay is going to be on those 20 euros and not on the entire 120 euros. This is something that you have to keep in mind. Now, there's a reason why I recommend German brokers if you're living in Germany, because all of the taxes side of the things is already taken care of by them. And towards the end of the year, they are just going to give you a report, which is going to mention how much taxes that they have already paid out to the Finanzamt. So even before receiving the money, they're already going to put aside a specific part, which is then going to be transferred to Finanzamt directly. You never receive the tax part of the money when you're investing in the stocks and so on from German brokers. So this is something that you have to keep in mind, and this is the reason why I recommend Scalable Capital. Of course, they're also our partner. You will also find the affiliate link for opening your free depot with them in the description below, and when you go through that link, you support our work without any kind of additional cost to you. So now I have explained to you that how a taxable event occurs, that is when you sell those particular positions. If they're just lying in your depot, you never sell them, you never touch them whatsoever, and even if they're growing in profits, you don't have to pay the taxes on the stocks there. But when you sell the stocks, then of course you have to pay the taxes on the profits. And if you use a German broker, and here I'm talking about not using eToro or DGiro or any of these other brokers which don't do the taxes automatically. When you use the German brokers, then you don't have to worry about it in the tax declaration. And this is something you can also find on Scalable Capital's website, that they already automatically take care of these things. And I've done it in the financial year 2020. So I received a report from them in 2021. So I know that all of this is working completely fine. Now let's come to the second chapter of this video, which is what is Abgeltungsteuer? So Abgeltungsteuer is pretty much a standard tax that you have to pay on any kind of capital gains that you're making from the stock market or from taking the dividends directly from your own company and so on. And like I said in the starting of the video, there's a reason why wealthy people choose to pay the Abgeltungsteuer instead of the personal income tax. Because if you take a look at Germany's taxation chart, it goes up from 0%, then goes you have the first 10,000 euros always for free, then it goes up to 14%, then I think 24, 27%, then 42%, and then 45%. So if you see, the maximum taxes that you can pay is 45%. And then of course you have other costs like health insurance, social contributions and things like that. But when you take out that exact money as dividends, then you don't have to pay that. And the tax on the dividends is 25% Kapitalertragssteuer, and then you have 5.5% of Solidaritätszuschlag, which is not on the entire income again. So it doesn't become 30.5%, but it becomes 26.375% because the 5.5% is actually getting added on the 25% part. So the final taxes that you pay is going to be 26.375%. And this is the reason why rich people prefer to take out their money as dividends. I also take out the money from the company as dividends instead of paying myself a higher salary. So this is something that many people do, and this is completely fine because these are both legal ways how you can take out the money from the company that you own. To compare again, 26.375%, which is your taxes on stocks and dividend payments, and 45% or sometimes 48% when you add the Solidaritätszuschlag and everything. So you see a massive difference, almost like 22% of money which you can save here. And not even talking about the social contributions and health insurance and things like that. And this is also the reason why I really believe in investing in the stock market and starting it as soon as possible, because when you're taxed in the end, the tax rate for dividends is generally always lower than the tax rate of earned income. So this is something also which is interesting that you should keep in mind. Let's come to the chapter 3 of this video, which is, are there any kind of free limits when you are trading stocks, when you're investing and selling the stocks afterwards? Is there any kind of free limit at which you don't have to pay any taxes whatsoever? Yes, there's a free limit which is 801 euros for singles and 1602 euros for married couple. And this free limit, which is also called Freistellungsauftrag, this is something that you can very easily put inside your Scalable Capital depot directly from your phone. This means any kind of profits that you make or any kind of like dividend payments that you receive from different kind of companies, let's say Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, SL Green Realty, Realty Income, or Main Street Capital and so on. So there, till the 801 euros are not gone, you don't have to pay any kind of taxes to the German state. Of course, there could be withholding taxes in USA. For that, I'm going to make another video. But in Germany, you only start paying taxes when you have exceeded the 801 euros of limit. And this is for a year and not for a month. This is how simple is taxation system for stocks and dividends in Germany. You don't have to touch anything at all. When you open your account with Scalable Capital, everything is going to be taken care of by them. At the end of the year, you will receive a report in which your tax identification number and everything will be mentioned, so that when the Finanzamt sees, okay, like this is the same person who has already paid the taxes, and the Scalable Capital, they took care of it for you. So that's pretty much it. It's very simple. If you haven't yet watched my step-by-step tutorial video on how do you open your account with Scalable Capital, do that, so that once you're wealthy, once you have gathered enough money in your depot. Right now, if you see, my portfolio is standing at around 120,000 euros. But again, I went there step by step. At the age of 25, I was able to invest 100,000 euros in the stock market. That was a massive milestone for me. But again, my situation is completely different. But one thing I can tell you is it is always better to start than never starting at all. So take a look at the video, the step-by-step tutorial guide. If you're into blogs, we have also written a blog for this taxation video. In the description, you can find the link for that. And I will see you tomorrow in another video on personal finance for expats in Germany. See you then. Bye.